What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are here for another episode of My Team Career Mode on F1 23. Now I know what you guys are thinking at the moment. F1 24 launch day has just been completed, and I know this video has been a day, I should say this video has been uploaded a day or so after the game has been released. But like I said in the last few games, I did say that I was going to finish the other career mode before I started videos on a new F1 game, but I'm gonna make this absolutely certain that I can finish this episode or this season of career mode before I start debating on F1 24 career mode. So while we're at it, let's finish this season or get through the season as quickly as possible. I think I'm up to about, I've got about 3-4 races to go in this season, and I've still got 6-7 races to upload. So I have got a lot of work to do, and doing it on the one monitor because I don't have any spare monitors to help me. I can't have the game on one monitor and editing on the other because I've only got the one monitor. So I'll probably save up for another monitor so I can get videos out a lot quicker. But you know, it is what it is. We'll just deal with it right now. Let's just focus on this episode. We're here in Silverstone. Not really a track I'm looking forward to, in all honesty, because Silverstone's always been more of an AI circuit, and yeah. I kind of find it hard to fight the AI, in all honesty. Like, I can't really, anytime I try to feel comfortable and try to run my own race, I end up under pressure. I can't really stay with anyone if I'm fighting with someone in particular. So I think we're going to have a work cut out for us here this weekend. Silverstone is a track that's had a major overhaul in the 2024 game, so I'm really looking forward to see the changes and how the cars actually feel when I do get my hands. At the time of doing the audio work for this episode, I'm still waiting for the game to actually finish patching up, because after the launch or the launch time has been done, I'm still the game is still unpacking at this stage, or at the time of me doing this audio work right now. So I'm still waiting to get my hands on it. Once I do get my hands on it, I'll do maybe what would you say, an early preview on my thoughts on the game. But yeah, I maybe do something like that, maybe even a live stream. Just so we can do something together. So as you can see, trying to let everyone pass. I went off the track just to let De Vries and Fernando pass, but that was not the case because I wanted to give Mark a nice slipstream, which we are doing right now. But he's already on my gearbox, so we'll have to let him go because we're not going to impede the rest of his lap because he was coming at us at a rate of knots. But thankfully, he does get through into P14, so that's something that I'm happy about. At least we've got both cars into Q2. Now the aim is to get both cars into Q3. So Mark, after his first one, he is another P5, but everyone's yet to do their one and only runs. He'll probably end up like 11th or 12th or something once everyone has done their laps. By the way, when we went out at the end of Q1, that was on our set of softs that we used for our first flying. So as you can see, Mark, he's literally 0.073 behind Albon, but he's going to need a bit more time than that to get ready. So we're getting ready to head out into Q3, and as you can see, we're trying to give Mark a time, but he's coming out at exactly the same time as we are. So things have changed quite dramatically, I must say. And me doing this one and only run is going to, we've kind of put ourselves under a fair bit of pressure because we're doing the one and only run and giving Mark a slipstream all the way around the lap. So it's not going to be an easy thing to do, as well he wasn't right up our gearbox going through the first couple of corners, but he will be when we get to the slower speeds up, or right here at turn 4 and onto, is this the Wellington Straight? I get confused on which straight it is. I think this is the Wellington Straight onto a Brooklands and Woodcote. The next few corners, Mark, should we have let it pass? I'm not sure, but we're trying to get our car into Q3 because we are championship leaders after all, and Mark tries to get underneath us, and to be honest, we're kind of screwing each other over because I took the high line and Mark he's getting a slipstream, but isn't going to profit enough for him to get into Q2. We've gone wide at Cobb, we've made the apex, but we ran wide as a result of that. We kind of screwed our lap now. We might have screwed Mark's lap as well. If we can get through Mackett and onto the Chapel Straight as cleanly as possible, give Mark the slipstream all the way down to Stowe Corner. Yes, we do get out of his way, and hopefully he can get that car. This lap is good enough for him to get into Q3. He was at 12, he's dropped down to 13, and he's made a mistake going into the last few corners, and that is both cars out in Q2. That is an absolute disaster. 15th and 16th, trying to do the team thing, trying to get Mark into Q3, because this could be his last race for us, because contract negotiations is after this weekend, and that's kind of put a dent into that performance, honestly. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That's really become a disaster for us. But just going back and looking at the lap time, he found the majority of the time in the first sector. Not as much, probably because we ran wide at Cops, and maybe the dirty air effect going through Mackett and Beckett and onto the Chapel Straight. But yeah, all the time was lost in the last corner because he ran wide, missed the apex at the first part of the penultimate corner. So we've got some work to do for us. I don't have the confidence whatsoever that Mark's gonna get through into the point, because he hasn't shown much race pace so far, and like I said, this could be his last chance to retain his seat.
Welcome everyone as you join us at a former Second World War aircraft base, now converted into one of the great motor racing tracks. Britain is one of only 2 countries to have held a Grand Prix in every year of the Formula One World Championship, and long may that continue. This is Silverstone, and this is the British Grand Prix. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Verstappen, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Albon, Stroll, Bottas, Webber, Skip, Ocon, Gasly, Joe, Sargent, De Vries and Yuki Tsunoda. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his perspective. Can we start by having a chat about Sergio Perez? That was a great win in the last race.
Seriously, how on earth could they get that wrong? I mean, seriously. How on earth could they possibly get that wrong? Were they not watching the Grand Prix at all in the last episode? So anyway, we're going to go for a bit of an aggressive strategy today. We're going to go soft, then medium. I'm hoping that way I can take the softs as deep into the race as possible, and then put on the mediums and hopefully catch up to the others who will start on medium and pit a little later on. We'll see how that works. 5 red lights, and we're underway in Silverstone. Mark gets a good initial launch. Kevin Magnussen's kind of gone nowhere. Someone's up our inside. It might be Gasly, but we ran Holger Magnussen. We've touched Gasly as we head up towards turn 3, diving inside as many people as possible, and we almost get up to Albon. Can we sweep around his outside and try and take a more flowing run around the outside? No, we can't. We're still side by side with someone. That was Bottas and Stroll, but we clear Stroll, but now Stroll's going to come back at us heading into the second sector as we start to find our feet a little bit, hopefully anyway. Stroll gets us back. Do we save the inside? No, we can't. So Stroll's got some grip in those medium compound tyres as we slowly but surely get off the line, and now if we can start to find a bit of a rhythm, we can keep Bottas at bay and get away from the others. Here we go, early change for the lead. This is the two Brits, Hamilton and Norris. Hamilton goes all the way around the outside and takes the lead early from Norris, and Verstappen closing in on those two cars ahead. So that was Hamilton on the softs and Norris on the medium. So looks like Norris, if he can take those mediums as deep into the race, he can put on the softs later, because the softs shouldn't wear too much because the car will be lighter and it should be a lot easier on the softs. We'll see how that goes the deeper we go into this race. Our focus at the moment is to not hit or get hit by Hulkenberg as he nearly clattered into Stroll. We go round his outside, and can we clear him before we get to Cops? Just about. So on board with the Ferrari of Carlos, he's trying to have a look, and he completely shat himself, Hulkenberg, and he lost about 3 spots there. This is on board with Stroll. This is what I want to see. Wow. I'll tell you what, that is a pretty dangerous re-entry from Hulkenberg there. That could have easily ended both his and Stroll's race. But thankfully, everyone is still going. We've still got 22 races at the moment, and this is Carlos Sainz the very next lap. So he makes a mistake at Brooklands and Woodcote, and he nearly clattered into Stroll. So Stroll's a bit of a lucky dog at the moment. So all the cars around us on mediums at the moment, we're trying to make life better for ourselves and get ahead of these guys. Either that, or we can have Carlos tow us. But here's a quick replay on what happened. Yeah, you just locked the front left. Locked the front left and just went straight ahead almost. On board with Stroll again. He is a bit of a lucky dog at the moment. How is he still in this race? But regardless, and well, this is still the same lap that Carlos made a mistake. He's got no straight line speed. We're going to go up around the outside into Stowe Corner, but he stays there, and we're still side by side at the exit, but we do have the inside for Vale. We're going to go as deep as we can, and job done. Now we've got Albon to deal with, and we'll be up into P9. I hope that Mark is sort of following in my wheel tracks at the moment. But here we go, change for the lead. He's on. Verstappen goes ahead and takes the lead in Silverstone. And Verstappen making use of those softs and maybe starting to fight back. He has not had the start that he would have wanted. And so Verstappen goes ahead and leads this race. Bit of a one-ride moment for us at Cops. As we fast forward things, Norris has just taken the lead from Verstappen. So maybe those softs are just starting to die off a little bit, I wonder, because those mediums are starting to come into play a little bit. Our softs should be dying off very soon as we get really close to Albon. Gee, that was, I don't know what kind of editing mistake I made there, but clearly a big one, because I went to review and Verstappen, to watch the Verstappen and Norris overtake, but that was just wow, that was super fast. I didn't get time to even think about it. But here we go. Move on Albon, and up we go into 9th place. We get the move done very easily before Stowe Corner, and that's us up into 9th. Albon thought about having another crack at us, but he'll have another crack at us into Bullets and Wooker. We touch the grass momentarily, but we do let him through as we try for a little bit of a switchback. We tried to get the flow right around the outside. It can work if you've got really grippy tyres, but we don't seem to have them at the moment. I think our tyres are just starting to fall off the cliff a little bit. Here we go, Hamilton, Verstappen, a copped moment here, but we just about get through, and it looks like Sainz is going to take advantage of that and get ahead of Albon. So he does that very successfully, and now he's got a great run against us. But yeah, we're starting to lose the tyres a little bit, 40% in the fronts. We let Carlos go just about, but even as we tucked into his DRS, we stayed with him for a fair chunk there. So now that Carlos is in front, we might be able to use him as a bit of a way to get towards the leaders, if he even has the pace. But here we go. We're mounting a bit of a fight back on these softs. Probably not the smartest idea. We hung up around the outside just like we did a few laps ago, but this time around we don't go for the move into the last couple of corners, and we stay behind Carlos as he gets a little bit squirrely out of the last couple of corners and onto the pit straight for the first time, for the 11th time. Pit window open and the window closes on lap 15. So I'm hoping to go as far as I can into this race, or maybe a lap or so. The plan for me now is to go a lap after everyone pits, so we can have the faster, more fresher tyres come the end of the race. But how much will that hurt us though with tyre deg, I wonder. Meantime, leaders pit. Everyone seems to be going to hard tyres. Russell, Norris, Perez, I saw there. Here's Alonso coming in for a set of hard compound tyres. I think that was Piastri ahead. He went onto softs as well. That was Verstappen. Here's the Ferrari. Everyone seems to be going on hards at the moment. That seems to be the way to go. So now that I know that, the plan's to come in right now, lap 14. Lap 14 or 15 was the absolute furthest I was going to go. And we pit the same lap as Piastri did. So all those cars that pitted were a lap or two ago. So on go the medium tyres, 11 laps to go. We've done over half the race on a set of soft compound tyres. So we've been able to get this deep. Hopefully, well, tyre wear shouldn't be much of an issue right now because we pitted before the halfway point. So the mediums to the end of the race should get to about, what would you say, maybe 40%, maybe close to 50%. So really it shouldn't be much of an issue to get to the end from here. So first flying lap, we've gone purple to the first sector. We've got a massive slipstream. We're literally up Albon's gearbox, but I will say we haven't had the best run through Macca to Beckett's throughout the race, especially in dirty air. That's probably the worst we've experienced. But there we go. Easy move on Albon. Sainz is just on 3 seconds up the road. Here's an interesting battle between Russell and one of the McLarens, or in fact both the McLarens. Who's he fighting with? It's Piastri who he's fighting with. Piastri hung around the outside. He's going to have the inside, or the inside for Vale, but the outside for the last part. Is he able to get the move done? My word, he has. So Russell is in a McLaren sandwich at the moment, and Piastri was able to prevail round the outside at Stowe and at the inside for the last couple of corners, or at least the inside for Club, and then around the outside for the last couple of corners onto the main straight. So as I said, Sainz is a few seconds ahead. We should be able to get him, and then Checo was a further 8 seconds further up. As Webber tried to go round the outside of the Haas, he just lost a little bit of an overlap, but now he's firmly up the inside. Can he stay there on those medium tyres? He's gone the same strategy that I have, and he's been able to make it work. Very, very nicely done. So we've been able to catch, or at least get it within the DRS of Carlos Sainz, but catching is one thing, passing is another. As you saw there, we didn't quite get a smooth run. So 5 laps to go. Alonso is the next car ahead of Sainz. That might be a bit of a stretch now, as these tyres, we might have just taken a bit of a bite out of these tyres at the moment. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky situation for us at the moment, because we've probably used too much of these tyres just to get to Carlos, and I don't know if we have anything left in the tank, or whether the hards will start to take over. That's Verstappen, who's lost an engine! Verstappen's lost an engine at a pivotal moment in the race. We've only got, a few laps to go, and Verstappen's engine could not hang on for another few laps. And oh my goodness me, as if his championship could not have gotten any worse. Verstappen out of the race with only a few laps to go, and his championship is slipping away. I don't know what much more he can do. So now the fight is with us and Carlos for P8. And I'll tell you what, I'll take P8, given the fact that we've had a car that has not been pretty quick for most of this race. Here we go. This is our best chance. Carlos goes to bed. We're going to try and go around the outside. We touched the gravel on the way into Stowe, and that kind of disrupted my plans to go around the outside. But here we go. We are mega close now. This is our best chance. If we can get a good run. Oh, but we were just too greedy with the throttle. We lost all that run and we lost our momentum. And that might have been our best chance to get ahead of Carlos Sainz. But Hamilton, he has waited so long to win a Grand Prix for the first time in 587 days. Hamilton is a winner in Formula One. It's about time for Lewis, and he wins the British Grand Prix for a 9th time. What an achievement there from Lewis. He deserves it. It's his home race. It had to be. And, well, we had one last look at Carlos, but we're going to bring the car home for points on a day where we weren't at our best, but we brought home points nonetheless.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Honestly, not much more that could have been done there. If we didn't get such a bad run out of turn 4, we might have been a chance to get Carlos, but it's whether we hung off for the rest of the lap, I don't know.
Here we are then, a fantastic British Grand Prix, and what a performance it was from our race winners today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
Yeah, they deserve it indeed, alright. Hamilton has had to wait since Jeddah 2021 to finally win a race, and he has done so. What a fitting way to do it. Then at Silverstone in front of his adoring British fans. I can't believe I actually just said that. Oh my god. George is up there as well. And Piastri flying the flag for the Aussies and for McLaren as well. All British drivers and a constructor, let's say, up there on the podium as well. But yeah, well done to those guys. But Max retiring from the race with a few laps to go. I don't know what he could do to take a trick at the moment as the reigning champion. Mark, even though he got in front of the Haas's, he lost all the... he was in front of both Haas's, so he would have been like about 11th or something. Or no, 12th before. He was in 12th before Verstappen's engine blew up, and then he ended up in 16th somehow. So that is just disappointing. So after 12 wait, no, hang on, what's this? No, yeah, it is 11. 11 races in, and he's got 12 points to his name in a car that's been quite competitive, or at least we've been competitive towards the front. So we did lose a few points in that weekend. The gap between us and Checo has now dropped to 16, but Checo wasn't up there, thankfully. So you could probably say that we're a bit fortunate to have a 16-point lead, because if he was up there, it'd be a lot closer, let me tell you that. But yeah, on a weekend where I kind of knew that we were going to be at our best, we debate those points. You know, points is points, and every single point adds up to a championship right now. And the fact that we are leading the championship right on the halfway point, we are right up there in contention for a driver's championship. Now, I know FY24 launch day was just the other day, or whenever this video was uploaded. The next video that's going to be next is a preview or a first look episode on F124. So that'll be out hopefully within a day or two, so that I can get that out very, very quickly. And I want to get that out very quickly, just so you guys can see a F124 episode. So just stay tuned for that, guys. Once I eventually, and I say eventually, once I eventually get this season of career mode done, F124 is going to be my main priority. But right now, I think I'm up to about Qatar, I think, so something like that. So we still have a fair way to go. But once I complete this season of career mode, as I said, F124 is going to be my sole focus. But guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new to see plenty more F1, 23 and 24 very, very soon content. Stay tuned for everything upcoming. I'll be doing a couple of deep dive videos on which career mode I'm going to do, which is still up in the air, I must say. I haven't overly decided which one I'm going to do, but I'll make my decision one day. So there'll be a deep dive video on what is installed in career mode, and then the rest of the season will follow. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.